Hello and welcome to this quick run through of what it's going to be like when you come to church on the 13th of September. As you leave your cars, I would ask you to take a 2-metre distance from your friends. I know you want to get together and have a chat, but please, I think it would be sensible to keep 2 metres and maybe put a face mask on at this point. But as you come up the stairs, since the start of lockdown, we've had this little stone. I don't know who it is, even if we are wearing face masks or not. I hope we can all have a smile on our face as we come to church. Once you come up the stairs, you'll have to have a bit of patience, because as you near the church door, please be aware of the signs that tell us that we have to wear a face mask within the church. I know I've given you guidance that you should wear a face mask coming up from your car, but that's up to you. When you reach the church door, if you've not already done so, you will have to wear a face mask in church, unless you have a medical reason why you can't. If you're over 5 years old, and I think that covers most of the congregation, you will have to wear a face mask. You will also have to keep 2 metres distance as best you can, and we will try and show you in a minute how you do that. So you put your face mask on and you come through the door, and you'll be met by an elder or other on duty who will check your name off a list, because we'll have to pre-book, and then you will be asked to use the hand sanitizer so that you can wash your hands as you come into church. You will not then be able just to go into church and choose your own seat. You will be placed in a seat. So come with me as if you're going into church. So we're going to use both sides of the church for entrance and exit. More of that in a minute. But in the meantime, this is what would happen. Let's just say you're first in church, and you will be taken down to the front of the church, because that's how we're going to do it. We're going to fill it from the front up, and I'll tell you the reason for that in a second or two. So you come with me. The officer on duty will show you to your seat, and you will be brought down to the front. Now in the front pew, you won't be able to see it, but there are little tags. There's one at the organ side of the church. This would have been so much better if I hadn't done it with my selfie stick. One in the middle of the church, and one at the other end of the church, which means we can seat 3 people or 6 people, depending on family grouping. And I say family grouping, I mean household grouping. And there's a wee marker which we'll show you in a minute what it is, and then you can sit there. You will be placed there. We then have 2 pews vacant until we do the same, and it's the same 2 ends and the middle. And those who are sitting in the middle will be asked to sit either side of the divider, and that keeps the 2 metre distance, because it's very important in church that we keep the 2 metre distance. And we'll do it all the way back to the back of the church. And at the back of the church, where we normally had a couple of chairs for children's toys and things to be on, they will be there for the office bearers who are on duty to sit. But when you come into church, please be patient, and please don't rush, because there's only 2 people and they will be busy trying to keep people, so you may have to wait outside for a minute or 2. If it's raining, we'll get everybody in as quickly as we can, and then we'll come round and check your names so that nobody needs to wait unduly in the rain. I will be conducting service from the chancel area as usual, but not from behind the communion table. I'm going to use the lectern and stand behind the lectern for worship. I'm standing here because that guarantees that I'm 2 metres away from the people in the front pew. It also means that should there be the need for a funeral at a later date, that we don't need to move furniture, and that there'll be room for the coffin. I don't think I'm going to be using the PowerPoint or the projector at this point in this, as we start service, but there will be music and there will be Bible readings and there will be a sermon and prayers. There will be a chance to listen to music, but I'm not anticipating the services to be anything like we normally had. There'll be a maximum 45 minutes long, and there will be an opportunity to stand and stretch during the service, especially as the pews, all the pew covers have been removed, the cushions have been removed, all the soft furnishing, including this cover for the piano, will be removed because they're all to be they're more difficult for cleaning if there should be any airborne viruses. The church will be spotlessly clean, or at least as clean as we can make it, using all the proper detergents and cleaning agents so that we are doing everything that we possibly can to make it safe. At the end of the service, after I pronounce the benediction, everyone will be guided by me at the front to leave. And whereas you filled in from the front to the back, you will leave from the back to the front. So I will say, this side, back row, this side, back row. Give you a chance to leave. And when you leave, you're asked to use the hand sanitizers before you leave the building. And so it will go on. You'll have to be a bit of patience with me at that point. And please do not mingle in the front of the church. There'll be an opportunity for you to catch up with friends with 2 metre distancing in the car park, I'm sure, because we want to have an orderly way out. So as soon as you leave, as soon as you get asked to leave your pew, please don't hang about, because other people right down to the front, they'll need to get out as well. We're not going to open the side door, except for me to come in and out, because I'm coming in from Moneymusk beforehand. And so to save any risk of infection, this chancel area where I'm standing is to be out of bounds, even for for any of the elders or others on duty. This is simply for me. I will come into the side door beside the organ and come straight to the lectern. At the end of the service, I'll leave the same way. The money for the offering will be left in the vestibule during the service, and the outside door will be closed for the worship. But as we gather for 20 minutes before and as afterwards, all the doors will be left open, and the side door will be left open the whole service. It's going to be colder and it's going to be more difficult for many of us, but these are things that we just have to face. And I've no doubt that as the weeks and months go on, all of these things that we're talking about now will change as we learn how best to work under these strange circumstances. But the most important thing is when you come to church that you try and enjoy the fellowship and the worship. And I hope that God is with you at this time. I hope that that's clear enough. Oh, no, I was going to say you have to book to get a place in the church. The number that you'll phone is my own phone number, 01467 651 470. You'll need to give your name and a telephone number and the number of people in your party. So if it's 2 or 3, if you give me their names as well. This is part of Test and Protect, and by law, we need to keep your name and details. I will keep the book with the names, and I will dispose of the names after 21 to 28 days, according to data protection legislation. It's a strange time, it's a weird time, but it's a time for all of us just to pull together and be patient. My thoughts and my prayers are with you, and also for the elders and others and all who are going to help with the cleaning. It is much appreciated. May God bless us all as we reopen Cluny Church after just over 6 months since we last held worship here. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions or you're unsure about anything, please get back to me. Bye-bye.